Hey, folks, we're back. Podcast number 4. Doc Lyman, along with Andy Quate, who's the cameraman and producer this morning, and my son Ryan. And we're at the Cleveland Boat Show. Third day. This is Saturday. If you can, get out here to the boat show. And like I said, this is the 4th podcast, and we're across the aisle from the museum. And we've got a special podcast today. We're in the booth with Chippewa Boatworks, Nate Sublett and his crew, and they brought along 2 brand new Lyman boats. They're introducing a new line, new design, and bringing the boats back. And this is Nate Sublett from Chippewa Boatworks, and I'm going to turn it over to him, and he can start from the beginning, Nate, and tell us how you came up with this idea.
All right. Thanks, Tom. I really appreciate the introduction. I'm Nate Sublett, Chippewa Boatworks. We're located in Seville, Ohio. This was a COVID turn project for us. Our company fabricates, designs, and builds exhibits for museums, trade shows, and that kind of thing. And when COVID shut all of that down, we needed to keep our crew busy and do something, and we decided we would love to build boats. My family is lifelong boaters, and it was a desire of mine to build boats almost all my life, and then the opportunity came up here, and we took it and grabbed and ran with it. It's been a great experience. We've had a great relationship working with Tom and Ryan. The boats are patterned after some of the drawings and designs of the older Lymans. They are a new design, new bottom, new thing. We're paying homage to the Lyman line with their shape and their form. They're nostalgically built, hand-built boats, wood boats, not fiberglass, and they perform absolutely fabulously. We're really excited to get these out and into your hands. We invite you to go onto our website. It's thelyman.com. Sign up, and we'll keep in touch with you on occasion. We won't be annoying, but we'll get you an email every once in a while, let you know what's going on and happening. I'd like to take a moment to introduce my crew. This is Kurt Cerny. He is the owner and designer and owns Cerny Yacht Design. We ran into Kurt quite by accident. Adam, my son, was in charge when we started this project, was in charge of finding us a designer and an architect, and he stumbled into Kurt. Kurt is located in Annapolis, Maryland. He is a graduate of the Landing School in Maine, one of the most prestigious boat design and building schools in the country. We were fortunate. Adam called him. I'll let Adam tell the story. I'm going to pass the mic on to him, but it's been fantastic, and we're really happy to have Kurt with us today. He's going to be here in the booth with us all day Saturday, and are you going to be here tomorrow as well, Kurt? Okay, so he's going to be here tomorrow. If you have any questions about how the design came about and how he came up with it, please talk to him. But we did start by making a trip to Doc's cache of drawings and memorabilia that he has. He has an amazing collection of Lyman drawings and tooling and boats and that kind of thing. You all know his story already, but he welcomed us to get into his library of drawings, and we started there. So with that, I'm going to introduce Kurt Cerny, Matt Sublett, my son, production, Adam Sublett, and of course you know Ryan and Tom. With that, Kurt, can you tell us a few things?
Sure. I was really fortunate. I think I don't want to steal Adam's story, but anyway,
go ahead.
So Adam contacted me. It was as Nate said, they were looking to build some boats and do a bit of a pivot during that time, and it just so happened he reached out to me. I came and met them, and I said, well, hey, I'm from this area. Let's do a new Lyman, and so that's how it got started. And then, like Nate said, we went and visited the archives, and we went through some drawings, and we kind of picked out things that we liked from each boat, from different eras even, and so we wrapped that up into a new design. So it's a modern build, modern materials. It's a solid bottom, fiberglass, all that. So we got to put all these things while keeping the tradition of the Lyman. Important for me was the sea keeping, that it could handle the water of the Lake Erie and all of that. So I've just been extremely blessed to be able to be part of this project. It's kind of a dream since I was a kid to be involved in something like this in my home waters. So.
Thanks, Kurt. So, yeah, I mean, piggybacking on that story, we went into this venture without very much knowledge at all about building boats, and we were fortunate enough to kind of meet Kurt and Tom and Ryan, and they kind of took us under their wing, and we're super blessed to have that opportunity to work with you guys. So, thank you very much. I think I speak for everybody from the Sublette family, and we want to say thanks to you guys, so we appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Andy, I think what we should do now is let's get up and take the camera and kind of show everybody the two models we've got on display here at the show. And we'll let Kurt and Nate talk about those. And we'll go up on the platform here. And
You want to talk about that?
either or, somebody.
Good. Here, Kurt, you probably better. You want to do it, Matt, or you want to take a second?
Right. Let's come on up here and let's get on the. We probably get good shots of the interior. And this was the first boat, Kurt. So tell us.
Yeah.
about
When we set out with this, we wanted to do a classic to pay homage to the old Lymans. So yeah, we did kind of a classic layout with the windshield, seating aft, two reverse facing seats. The big thing is it's got the outboard. It's got a modern outboard. It runs real well. It gets up up into 30 knots with the 50 horse on it.
Yeah. I've been on this one. This boat runs fantastic, and you can see the fit and the finish on these two boats are just. It's so nice. It looks like it's fake. You've got to see it firsthand to appreciate the fit and finish on these.
Yeah, I agree. The finish on these are impeccable. I mean, they have just spent tons of time, little tiny details, little ways to finish. They came up with some of their own little ideas that wouldn't even be traditional to even modern boat building, but they turned out really well. And then
now this is the second model that they came up with. This is the one I'm dying to get in. I got to get this over to Kelly's to the casino for lunch. But this is the center console. And Kurt, tell us a little bit about this one.
Yeah, so using that same hull, we did a center console version. It's got seating aft, a nice helm with a leaning post, and then the seating forward. And then forward of that, there's a Dodger that comes up. That comes back all the way back to this pedestal here. So it keeps the people dry and or warm underneath that. And again, just like the other one, it's the same hull, so it runs just as beautiful, but just with a more modern layout.
Yeah. Kurt, I think there's a lot of questions about the hull design and what we did to change from the classic Lyman build. So can you kind of walk through the updates that we kind of went through with production on these two boats?
Yeah, I mean, approaching this design was no different than any custom design. It's a design spiral. So you start walking through some of these things, what's important, what's not important, how you want to build it. How we talk about speeds and performance, and so it's a spiral. It just keeps kind of going, right? So through this process, we knew we wanted to do a solid composite bottom. Okay. So we've got basalt on the bottom. That's like a fiberglass, but stronger. It's very, very impact resistant. So it's a cord bottom. Then we go with the classic lap strake sides. Okay, but with that bottom, we decided to put the hard chine on. Number one, it's easier for construction and doing that composite bottom. But just as a designer, I've studied all the hull forms, and we just felt like the hard chine was going to create the type of ride that we want in this size boat. We want it to be dry. We want it to ride well. It's got a deep forefoot to handle the chop of Lake Erie.
And then moving up the sides, tell us a little bit about the strakes and things, because we get a lot of questions at the show here. Is it fiberglass?
No, so the top sides are plywood. They're coated with modern paint finish from the primer up to the top coat. But then the fiberglass at the bottom comes up to that first strake. So it's completely dry. There's no leaking. There's no swelling. Even the lap strake, it's glued lap strake, so there's no seams through it. It's all one monocoque structure in the end.
Yep. And modern finishes, modern materials, reduced amounts of maintenance in between seasons and things like that. It's been a really, really, really cool project to work on, for sure.
Great. Well, I'll tell you what. Thanks, Adam and Kurt, for going through this for us. And we're going to end this podcast. And you can see these boats at thelyman.com. You can link off of Lyman Boats. Get on the internet, check them out. You get a chance, come on down to the show. And we're going to wrap this up for number 4. And thanks, Andy.
Thanks, Andy.
Yep. We'll see ya.